All right. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. It is Saturday. Hopefully you had an excellent week. Hopefully you're enjoying today and you're not drowning in too many errands. As you're hopping in, go ahead and say hi in the chat. Let me know where you're joining me from. Let me know how your day is going. Let me know if you're new to me. Have you been on one of my lives before? Are you a returning viewer? Are you new? Let me know in the chat. I love knowing who is in my audience today. I'm sitting over here in Florida. It's a little bit sunny. Or rather, it's a little bit warmer than one would expect in Florida in February. And that's crazy considering it literally snowed here last month. So the weather's bipolar. It doesn't know what it's doing. I just hope that this doesn't mean that the summer turns into an actual inferno, because that would be terrible. Hello, everybody. Who do we have here? I see Stefan and TJ and Phoenix and Brian. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Okay, so on this live, we are going to be talking about what it is that I do every day to be able to get all of my bills paid working 2 hours a day from my phone. Does that sound crazy? Yes, I know. But it's 2025 and we do literally everything else from our phone. I figured out how to make bill paying money with my phone, and that's what I talk about every time I go live. Everyone needs to know about this. I learned about this about 17 months ago from a friend after spending 5 years looking for some way to make money online because I was sick of being stuck at a job, putting all my time and all of my effort into a paycheck that was gone 5 minutes after I got it. And I did that for 14 years. I started working at this place 2006. And I put in my time. I put in the effort. I put in 50 hours a week, hustling, grinding with a crazy chaotic schedule. If you've ever worked retail, you know what I'm talking about. I could never get into a rhythm or a routine. And so my life constantly felt chaotic. It felt like I was trying to stand up in a dryer that was turned on. Does anyone here know what I'm talking about? And it took not a minute, but one day I just took a step back and I looked at my situation and I'm just like, hold up a second here. My life is literally no better off now than it was when I got started 14 years ago. And quite frankly, I'm worse off because I'm constantly broke. I'm going more and more into debt, which means I'm in debt up to my eyeballs. I'm not saving for retirement, which means I'm on track to be working at this job for the rest of my life. I'm not going to be able to afford to retire. I'm going to be stressed, burnt out, broke, and exhausted unless I do something different. And so it's just like, I need out of this. I need out of this because my boss isn't going to randomly double my paycheck out of nowhere, which is basically what I need to actually enjoy my life. Thank you for the support. I appreciate you. That's never going to happen. And because I was retail, I could not work less without taking a pay cut, and I already wasn't making enough money, so that wasn't optional. So I came out here to the internet to try to find some way that I could make money in my spare time because my spare time was all that I had to work with. And that started back in 2018. I have researched and experimented with all sorts of ways to make money on the internet. Quite frankly, if it involves make money online, I've either researched it or I've tried it. There's not a lot out here that I don't know about. And so this went on for 5 years and I did make money. I did make money, not a lot of it, but I did make money. I think over 5 years, I pulled in like $12,000 or something like that, which was enough to prove that I can in fact make money online. It was an absolute reality. I just hadn't been able to make enough to replace my full-time income yet, which is what I was after. If I want to replace my full-time income and break free from the 9-to-5 grind, I need to make money to pay all of my bills, right? 12,000 over 5 years isn't going to get that job done. So this went on for 5 years and I'm sitting here August of 2023 going, what have I not found yet? Why isn't this working yet? I'm not about to quit because quitting means choosing the 9-to-5 and no, I'm not choosing that. So I'm not quitting, but at the same time, why haven't I figured this out yet? Why is this not getting me all the income that I need to support myself? What am I doing wrong? And so I basically asked that question over and over again. And at some point, the universe answered me. It's just like, I guess we'll just answer this girl's question. She keeps asking it. So I had a friend who shared a random link one day in my Facebook Messenger and said, hey, Shirley, go take a look at this. I'm like, what is this thing? So she knew what I was up to. She knew what I was trying to do out here, trying to make money online. And she had come across a community and a blueprint a couple of months earlier that she thought I would be a good fit for. And so I'm just like, what could you possibly know about that I haven't found yet? This is why we humor our friends. This is why we humor our friends and we click on random links. So because I was only planning on spending 5 minutes on this website to humor my friend, but because of the 5 years that I had already spent trying various ways to make money online, it only took me about 5 minutes to realize something very different was happening with this thing my friend shared with me. The thing that really got me interested was that for the first time in 5 years, I'm looking at what's basically a business in a box. For the first time in 5 years, I wasn't going to have to build anything in order to get up and running and start making money with an online business. I could just step into one that already existed. Like, what is this and where has this been for 5 years? I was going to get products to sell, a website to use, all the done-for-you tools and resources, step-by-step strategy to follow, and a mentor that I could get on Zoom calls with and actually figure out what the heck it is I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, this is completely backwards from everything I've been doing. And if it's completely backwards, maybe it'll produce backwards results. Maybe it'll actually work. So it took me a couple of weeks to get the money together because I was broke and borrowing money to get the bills paid. So if anyone could say that they couldn't afford to do this, that would be me. But I saw the potential here. So I'm just like, I'm going to give this a try. I'm going to do this. So I got the money together, I got into the program, and I start getting set up. Because that's a business in a box, I was up and running in 3 hours. You do not need tech skills for this. As long as you can copy and paste and follow step-by-step videos, you're good. So I launched in 3 hours, which meant in 3 hours, I had an online business out there ready to start working for me 24/7, and all I was going to have to do next is figure out how to get people to my website. The website was going to handle the sharing, telling, and selling for me. I wasn't going to have to talk to people for sales to happen. That was all going to happen on the website. So I took about a week to figure out the strategy that I was going to follow. We have a number of different strategies. I chose to come out here to TikTok. And the reason I came to TikTok specifically, even though I'm an introvert who's never been on TikTok before, hi Patrick, nice to see you. How are you doing? So even though the reason I came out here to TikTok as an inexperienced introvert is because the mentor that I was learning from, the creator of the program, the host of the community, that's her main platform. That's the one she's got the most experience with. And so I'm just like, if I'm going to get the most amount of use out of this mentor, I want to step where she steps. I want to do what she does. If she's out here on TikTok, then that's where I'm going. That's what I did. And I didn't have this downloaded to my phone. I did not have TikTok on my phone. I had no experience navigating the app. I had no clue what I was doing. Zero audience, okay? But you know what? I can learn. Just tell me what to do and I will come out here and do it, okay? Because that's what being coachable is all about. Tell me what to do and I'm gonna come out here and do it. And so I start to create content following the process they teach in the program. And I do this every single day for 3 weeks. Day 1 of week 3, I get my first sale for $300. And I'm excited. $300 just came into my life from a customer I didn't have to find. And that's cool. This thing worked at least once, but when's my next sale going to show up? Because this sale took 3 weeks. Well, my next sale showed up 3 days later. And then a few days after that, I got my first sale at $600. And at that point, I'm floored and I'm obsessed because this proven process is working. I'm making literally bill paying money. In just over a week, I made enough to pay my rent. Remember how I said I was borrowing money to get the bills paid? I came this close to losing my apartment. This program saved my apartment. And I'm super grateful for that. And the results kept coming. I ended up making $6,000 in 6 weeks with this program and this step-by-step proven process. And in 3 months, I was paying all my bills with this business. In 12 months, I made over $74,000, which is more than double what I used to make at my full-time hustle job. And it's just like, I found something. I found a thing. This thing is working. People need to know about this because holy crud, this is real. And so I am obsessed with sharing this with people because this is created for complete beginners. You don't need to have any experience with basically anything outside of using your phone and talking and being able to follow instructions. That's it, basically. So you don't need to have an audience already. I started with 0 audience, as you heard me say. You don't need to go bug your friends and family. We create content on social media to attract strangers to us, so you don't have to go looking for customers or bug people or ask anyone to buy from you. Very introvert friendly. You don't need tech skills. You don't need products of your own. The program comes with products for you to promote and practice with. You just need to be willing to show up and put in 2 hours a day practicing, basically. If you can do that, I've been here 17 months and I have watched thousands of people change their lives with this step-by-step process. People learn to work for themselves. People learn to make income streams that no one can take away from them. which means they take control of their income, their schedule, their life. And I love this. So I'm going to get into the details on exactly what this is and how it works because I see someone asking about it. But if you don't have time to stick around the entire live because it's Saturday, maybe you've got chores and stuff to do, make sure you're following me so we can keep in touch and head to the website in my profile, the2hourfreedomblueprint.com. Grab a copy of this blueprint that I'm talking about here right now and look it over. See if this is what you've been looking for because that's what I talk about on my lives. And if you have questions specific to this program, go ahead and ask them. I will answer them because that's why I'm here. In 2025, there is no reason to be broke. In 2025, there is no reason to be broke. The internet is your friend. You can learn how to use the internet to set up income streams that are always working for you in the background of your life. You just have to learn how it works and how to work it. And that's what we teach you here. Okay, so what is this program? So this program is the Legacy Builder program. And what we do is we teach people how to create their own online business, how to be their own boss with an online business that is specifically set to automations. We learn how to automate 90% of the repetitive day-to-day stuff that happens inside of our business. That saves us a heck of a lot of time, and that helps us to run this business in just 2 hours a day, because if 90% of everything is done, then you don't have to do anything but create the content. Do you mentor people who do not buy from you? I have a buy-in option inside of my community because obviously I have to keep my time for people who purchased from me. But there is a way to go ahead and do that if you want. Go ahead and message me and I'll let you know. So we teach people how to be their own boss so that you can create your own income streams, because this is very important. I'm going to put this up front for some reason. If you are making money the traditional way of punching a clock and having a job, if someone can take your income away from you, it's not your income. If you have a job, you are renting an income from your employer that they can take away literally for any reason or even no reason at all. When you learn to create your own income streams that are up and running and producing an income and they belong to you, that is actual financial security. That is actual financial stability. You're not going to wake up one day and realize, oh, all of my income streams are gone. That's a problem. That's never going to happen when you learn to work for yourself. And that's what we teach you to do here. And we teach in the most beginner-friendly way possible. We give you a business to practice with. You don't have to learn how to build it yourself. That all by itself contributes to the super high success rate that we have here. If you don't have tech skills and you don't have time to learn tech skills and you don't have time to build your own business from scratch, because I tell you, the list of skill sets that you need to successfully get your own business off the ground from scratch, it's a tall order. We put you in a business that already exists, that's already proven to work, that thousands of people are already using in order to get their bills paid, and we teach you how to run that. You learn how to get customers with that, which is a transferable skill because that's called marketing. When you learn how to consistently and predictably get your own customers, you know how to get customers to any kind of business, which means you've got a skill set that you can use to launch whatever kind of business you want in the future if you decide that you, in fact, do want to launch your own business in the future. We'll teach you how to do that if you want. And the business model that we teach, because I'm sure you're wondering, what are we doing? So the business model, in addition to being an automated online business, we specifically talk about digital products, because digital products are the cheat code for life. They really, really are. Now, before I really talk about digital products, do we understand what they are? Put yes in the chat. I know what a digital product is. Put no if you don't. I'll explain it if I need to. But digital products, seriously, they don't come with any of the drawbacks of a service-based business or a physical product-based business. You have products that live on the internet that you don't have to manage inventory. You don't have to restock. You don't have to ship. It shows up automatically when someone buys it, and you don't have to worry about it being broken. I see one no. Okay, so I'll explain it for at least Christine and all the shy people who didn't say anything. Questions that don't get asked don't get answered. So if you have a question, ask it. Okay, so fundamentally what a digital product is anytime that somebody spends money to access some kind of tool or resource or experience on the internet. Maybe they experience it on their computer, maybe it's on their phone, maybe it's on their gaming console. It doesn't really matter. If you're connecting to the internet and you're paying to access something, that is a digital product. So for example, Amazon sells digital products. Who here has ever purchased a Kindle book? a Kindle book. What the heck is a Kindle book? It is a digital book that Amazon sells. You pay to access the book. You don't get a physical book that you can put on your bookshelf, but you can still read the book. You can still experience the book, everything the book actually says, and you read the book. But you don't have a book that you're holding in your hands. Do we get that? So that's a digital product. Same thing with Audible. Those are digital audiobooks. Same thing with Netflix. Those are digital movies and TV shows that you pay to access. That is what digital products are. And anyone can learn how to make a digital product. And digital products come in all sorts of industries, but the fastest growing industry is the e-learning industry, which is anytime somebody pays to learn something. It could be an ebook. It could be an actual full-blown live interactive training program. It doesn't matter. For example, you could learn how to create some kind of book on some kind of thing that you know how to do. Something so normal to you that you don't even think that it's worth anything, but somebody doesn't know how to do that and they want to know how to do that. So for example, maybe you've got the secret sauce to getting your kids to actually sleep through the night. That's normal for you. Do you understand how much money sleep-deprived parents would pay to finally understand how to get their kids to sleep through the night? You could put together a guide, how to get them to actually sleep. The instant you sell one copy of that, you have officially participated in the fastest growing industry on the internet, the e-learning industry. It's doing $1 billion a day currently. It's projected to be $1 trillion a year industry by 2027. And you don't need anyone's permission to participate. You just got to decide, I'm going to show up and do the thing. Isn't that amazing? $1 trillion a year industry. Do you realize that the movie industry and the music industry, these two industries that we look up to, and all the rich and famous stars that are in them, each of them is making about 20 billion a month. Did I say that right? Yeah, each of them is making about 20 billion, no, a year. That's right. 20 billion a year, 40 billion a year across both industries. This industry, the e-learning digital industry, is doing $1 billion a day, 300 billion a year, and you can participate in that. How about that? You just have to learn how. And that's what we do here, because it's the easiest way for us to set you up with a business. You don't have to deal with any inventory. You don't have to provide a service. You don't have to, you just have to set up the business, and we show you step by step how to do that. It's 95% done for you. You just have to copy and paste a few things and connect it to your actual bank account because it's your business. We would love to give you a 100% done for you business, but I don't think you want us messing around in your bank account, do you? So there's a little bit that you have to do, but the rest of it is done. By giving you digital products to promote, that's the easiest way for us to set you up with a done-for-you business. But how much should we sell these guides for? I want to create something digital so bad. We actually teach how to create your own digital products in the program as well. We teach that, well, technically it's a bonus, but we teach you how to launch your own business in stage 4. I recommend going through the program start to finish. There are 4 different stages in the program. Stage 1 is where most people, not everybody, but most people will treat this like a digital franchise in order to learn the skills of how to make money with a business. And you make money by getting customers. That's how every business makes money. So that's what I recommend. Why ignore my question? I don't know. Did you ask a question? Where's your question? I don't see, does anyone see a question from Savage? Because it may have gotten filtered. I can't answer questions I don't see. So we're going to teach you how to create products. Like we give you 200 different digital product ideas that you can promote. How much you can sell that digital product for is going to depend on what it is and how you solve the problem. A digital guide, for example, an ebook, is naturally going to cost less than a full-blown course, but it depends on the level of transformation and how much people are willing to pay to experience said transformation, okay? But we talk about all of that inside of the program. What is it called? So this program is called the Legacy Builder Program, Tito, and it walks you step by step how to launch an online business. I launched mine in 3 hours. You don't need tech skills, and it teaches you how to attract customers to you so you can run the business basically in your spare time. I show up 2 hours a day to run this online business because it's an automated business. 90% of the repetitive day-to-day stuff happens without me. I just had to learn how to create effective content. That's the only part I really had to learn and practice, and that's the only part that they couldn't do for me. That's the part that we're learning here. But it's incredible because we're creating free content on social media. Free content. No one's standing between you and the 5.2 billion people that are online who need the solution that you're selling. Every business solves a problem. You learn how to get in front of people who have the problem that your business solves. That's business 101, right? So any questions so far? By the way, full details on this blueprint are linked at the top of the profile, including the 4 different options to join. There are 4 different business kits. There's an entry level for every budget, including installment plans. So seriously, if you are in the habit of thinking, I can't afford this, you can afford this, or you're making excuses. If you really want this, you can afford it somewhere, okay? So ask your questions. Let me know what your questions are so far. Okay, so let me see here. What I love about this and the business that we promote is that when I was looking for a way to make money in my spare time, I had a list of requirements of what was going to work for me. I needed something that was going to be easy to get up and running with because I was working 50 hours a week with a crazy chaotic schedule and I had a crazy family life at the time. It's just like, I need something that I can do in the pockets of time in my day. That's all I have to work with. I needed something where I could make bill paying money relatively quickly because like I've tried affiliate marketing and affiliate marketing works. But most of what you promote is going to be low ticket. Like maybe you make 20 bucks a sale and you can definitely get the bills paid with 20 bucks a sale, but you're going to need volume. And when you're new, volume is a bit of a tricky requirement. So I needed something that I could make bill paying money with sooner rather than later and something I was going to have help with. Because let's be honest, if you are completely new to something, you're going to need somewhere to go where you can ask your questions. Because if you don't have someone in your corner where you can ask questions, when you get stuck, and you will get stuck because you're new, okay? When you get stuck and you don't have someone who's going to answer your questions for you, you're going to stay stuck. You're not going to get anywhere. That is why I am unequivocally in support of courses where you get coaches and mentors who are in your corner. You paid them to be there so they could answer your questions. That's the thing. That's the thing. Like, yeah, information's available for free all over the internet, but you know what isn't available just willy-nilly anywhere? A human being who can answer your questions. That is the value, okay? This program is one part live interactive, one part digital business in a box, and that part is already worth its weight in gold. But the live interactive training that you get inside of the program, the 6 and 7 figure mentors that you can hop on Zoom calls with and listen to what they know about making money online in 2 hours a day, and the live Q&A that we open up with at the end of every call where you can unmute, raise your hand, and have an actual conversation with a human being around whatever you're confused about, that is priceless. That is priceless. I could easily be sold on that mentorship part. It's everything. Like business in a box, live interactive mentorship, a low one-time investment that costs less than your cell phone, no monthly expenses. Like we have done everything that we can to obliterate the obstacles that normally hold people back, because I know it sounds like we're in the business of making money, but that's redundant. Every business is in the business of making money. That's why any business exists. We are in the business of changing lives. We are in the business of teaching people how to take control of their lives by taking control of their income and taking control of their life. The only way we're going to help as many people as we possibly can is if we can get people in, right? Eliminate the obstacles that hold you back, smooth out the road so there are as few potholes as possible, and be there whenever you need help. That's how we're going to help people. Right wording on that. Exactly. So that's what we do. And yeah, so let me see here. I've gotten a little bit off track. Okay, so we have an online business. We teach you by helping you step into a done-for-you business. This is an automated online business that promotes digital products. We've talked about what digital products are. Let's talk about the actual products that we promote, the actual program here. Where's your link? So the top of the of my profile, if you click over to my channel in my bio, there's a website, the 2hourfreedomblueprint.com. Head over there, click the link, put your email in that website. I'll send you the full blueprint that I'm talking about here today, and you'll be able to see in detail the behind the scenes video on exactly how this works. There's the full layout of what we learn at all 4 levels of the program and the 4 different business kits that you can choose from. So go forth. And if you jump inside, welcome early. Let me see here. Which is better, creating a digital product or doing affiliate marketing? I would say a digital product. I would say a digital product because that Where are you on your journey, Vanessa? Because the business model that is the best is a digital product, because with a digital product, you're promoting something that you get to keep 100% of the sale. Fundamentally, that's not how affiliate marketing works. With affiliate marketing, you're promoting products and services that other people have already created, but you only get to keep a piece of the sale. So for example, I'm promoting something. Let's say that I'm selling something worth $1,000. What I'm actually selling is less than 1,000. But let's say that, for the sake of simple math, let's say that I'm promoting something worth $1,000. If I'm promoting $1,000 digital product that I created at that price point, it would be a course, I think. Then anytime I make a sale for $1,000, I would get $1,000. It goes to me. On the other hand, if I were simply an affiliate for said hypothetical $1,000 product, most of the time you're going to get 25% of the sale, 25%-ish, which means the same amount of effort promoting the same product, you just made $250 on the same product I'm promoting and making $1,000 on. So same amount of effort, same price point that you're promoting that your customer has to go spend money on, you get to keep this much. So having laid it out that way, what sounds better? Given that you're going to show up and you're going to put in the effort to promote this thing anyway, do you want to make 100% of the sale for your effort or just a piece of the sale? Your customer has to spend the exact same amount on the end product. Thank you. You make so much sense. I'm glad, Vanessa. So that's why I recommend digital products. But what I recommend as a complete beginner, are you a complete beginner? Do you have some business experience? Do you know how to make digital products? Because I don't know you and your background. But for people who are absolute completely beginners, they don't have a business, they've never made a product before, my recommendation would be to do what we do here and just step into the business that already exists. That's why people jump into franchises. Did you know that if you had $1 million just laying around in your bank account that you're just like, oh, what am I going to do with this million? You could buy a Chick-fil-A franchise, $1 million. Well, there's a reason people invest crazy amounts of money to get into an existing franchise, right? Their right arm, their left leg, their firstborn, just get me in. There's a reason why they do that. It's because they're stepping into a proven business model. They are stepping into a business that's already proven to get customers, proven to make money. And by, getting their own Chick-fil-A, for example, if you jump into a Chick-fil-A franchise and you somehow manage to not get customers, I don't know what you did. But are we going to sit here and pretend that Chick-fil-A's don't work, that Chick-fil-A's don't make money? That would obviously be a ridiculous sentence. You did something wrong. I don't know what that is, but you did something wrong. That's why people jump into franchises. They're proven to work. Okay. Now, fortunately, this digital franchise costs way, way, way less than a Chick-fil-A. There are 4 different options to jump in, from as little as $100. The most you'll pay to be here is $900. And each one comes with a done-for-you business in a box. You get up and running, you get products to promote, you learn how to promote the products that are already selling, other people are already making money with this. You just have to learn the process to sell the products. And you get all sorts of live help to make sure that you understand how to sell the products, because that's what we're actually learning here. If you want to work for yourself, and if you want to quit your job, that is what you're actually saying. I want to work for myself. Working for yourself means having your own business. Having a business means you need to know how to get customers. which means marketing becomes a non-negotiable skill set to quitting your job. Do we understand that? I know that that idea might sound scary. I certainly wanted to avoid learning marketing when I first started trying to have my own business. I didn't understand why I needed it. I was just like, the very first business that I tried to get up and running with was actually web design, because I taught myself web design when I was 14 years old. I'm that person. And so I'm just like, this is a valuable skill set. If I could just get 1 or 2 customers a month, then I'm good. And if I just need 1 or 2 customers a month, why do I need to go through the hassle of learning marketing? I don't want to do that. Guess how many web design customers I got? Well, that's mostly right. I did some work for web design for clients over on Upwork, but that's not really marketing. Not really. And so marketing is a non-negotiable. Do we understand that? Because like whether you jump into Legacy Builder or not, that's just reality. That's just the facts of doing business. If you want to fire your boss, stop working for other people's businesses and learn to work in your own, you need to know how to get customers. You need to know how to market. That's fundamentally what we're really focusing on here, because we give you the done for you business. We're not teaching you how to build an online business. We're teaching you how to run it. We're teaching you how to get customers. We're teaching you how to market. Are we clear on that? Put a 1 in the chat if we're clear on that, because that is the skill that pays the bills. That is the skill that makes money in any business. And here's the really valuable thing about that. Marketing is marketing is marketing. It doesn't matter if you're promoting a digital product, a digital course, or a hamburger. Every business needs to do the same thing. They need to get discovered by brand new people. They need to get these people interested in spending money on the business. That comes with communication. What are you saying to them? How are you getting them interested? How are you drawing them in? It's communication. I call it tactical talking. And whether you're saying the words out loud or you're putting it in some kind of picture post, it's still communication. It's still words, right? What words do you say to get customers? That's what we're teaching you. Okay? So I see a bunch of 1s. I'm glad that we're clear on that. We're going to teach you how to market, and there are a bunch of different ways to market. We teach you digital marketing. Obviously, we're on the internet, but more specifically, we teach you social media marketing, and here's why. Social media is free. Social media has 5.2 billion people on it. That's a lot of people that you can get in front of for free. And social media have these handy little things called algorithms. Don't let the techie term scare you. The algorithm is your friend. The algorithm's job on every social media platform is to give the members of that platform content that they would be interested in watching or reading or participating in, okay? That is the goal on every social media platform, because every social media platform has one goal, exactly one. Keep you on the platform for as long as possible, because the longer you're on any given app, the more ads that platform can show you to make money. You're using the app for free. They're making money off of you. They want you to be on the app as long as possible. And so that's what the algorithm is doing. So what we learn to do here is we learn how to create content that the algorithm understands what it is and puts it in front of people who are looking for that kind of content. So not only do we get to market our business for free, you make content on social media for free, but it's targeted marketing. Going directly to the person looking for that kind of information. Now, does that sound powerful? Because before the internet, people would pay big bucks to have commercials on TV and on the radio. They spend money on bench ads and bus ads, and that's shotgun marketing. That is putting a message out into the void and hoping the right person hears the right message to decide, yeah, I think I might go take a look at that. Are we understanding the crazy paradigm shift here? It used to cost millions for shotgun marketing. Now we get targeted marketing for free. Put a 2 in the chat if you understand how powerful that is. That's what we teach. And that is exactly how I have my perfect customers coming to me. As an introvert, I don't need to go looking for customers. My content brings them to me. I don't have to get on sales calls. I don't have to ask anybody to buy from me. My content attracts people to me. People ask me for information. I go, hey, website has all the information that you need. People go to the website. Website gives them all the information. They have all the information that they need to make an informed choice, an informed, empowered choice. Is this what I want? Is this going to work for me? Do I think this will help me change my situation and finally enjoy my life? Anyone who says yes, they pull out their credit card and they get themselves into the program. My participation not required. I do not need to be there for the sale to happen. All of that is automated, like I said earlier. I just have to make the content. Now, as far as running a business goes, does that sound doable? Does learning how to make free content on social media to attract your perfect customers to you so they can get to your website and just handle the sales themselves, does that sound like something doable that you can learn? I mean, I know the answer to that is yes, but do you realize that that is something doable that you can learn? Does that sound like I have too much experience over here. I know this is the easiest strategy that I've ever participated in, but someone who hasn't done anything before might not realize that. And I'm just like, what can I do to get that point across? What can I do to get that point across? We give you the done for you business. You don't have to learn how to build it. That is insanely easier than building it yourself. We show you how to post free content on social media just to get people to a website that's proven to get sales. You just have to create the content. That is insanely easier than trying to learn how to get on sales calls and overcome objections and follow up with people 100,000 times because you never know when they're going to be ready to talk to you and buy from you. Like, that is so much easier. Easy is a relative term. Do we understand that? It's still a skill that you need to learn. Because if you don't know how to do it already, it's a skill that you need to learn and you need to practice. That part shouldn't need to be said out loud, but sometimes I feel like we overlook that part. But this is, in fact, the easiest thing that I've done in 5 whole years. And it's the thing that has worked the best for me in 5 whole years of trying every digital side hustle under the sun. Which is why I'm ravenous about sharing this. So if you haven't grabbed a copy of your blueprint yet, it's linked at the top of my profile, the2hourfreedomblueprint.com. Head over there, grab a free copy. This is literally exactly what I do every day to run this business. This explains the business model that we follow. If you decide that you want to participate and you want to hit the easy button with a done-for-you business kit, there are 4 different options for you to choose from. Grab a business kit. There are 4 options and installment plans at every level. So there's an entry level for every budget. Okay, so let's talk about the 4 different programs because I think I was about to talk about that and then I utterly distracted myself. So there are 4 different levels of this program. These 4 different levels are simultaneously the 4 different products we promote if you go the digital franchise route, which is what I recommend if you are a beginner, but you do you. Because we also teach you how to create your own digital products, but that's an intermediate strategy. I'm going to be straight up with you. That is an intermediate strategy. I don't recommend it unless you have some clue what you're doing already. So the 4 different levels of this program, we have the Launchpad for $100, we have the Daily Paid Blueprint for $300, the Digital Mastery for $600, and the Legacy Builder for $900. Each level of this live interactive training program is increasing amounts of training, tools, resources, and products to promote inside of the same program. Every level comes with a done-for-you business in a box and products to sell and live interactive training inside of the community. It's just how much training you get and how many products you get to promote. That's the difference between the levels. Now, if you go the digital franchise route, keep in mind that the amount that you can make per sale, the most you can make per sale, is going to be equal to the level that you join at because you are not an affiliate, you are reselling to practice. You keep 100% of every sale. So if you jump in at the 100, that's the lowest level of the program. That's the only level you're going to have access to. It's the only level you're going to be able to resell, and you're only going to be able to make $100 a sale, okay? On the other end, we have the 900, which gets you access to all 4 levels of the program up front. You can resell all 4 levels of the program up front. That's 4 products to promote, 4 income streams, and 4 opportunities for you to make a sale, okay, from one customer. That's important. And you can make $900 a sale. Who here would love to know what it feels like to make $900 in a day consistently? Because again, your customers buy from you. The money from every sale goes to you. So when you make a sale on $900, $900 goes to you. How long does it currently take you to make $900 at a job? It used to take me a full-time week and a half, and that was just math. That was just math. My hourly rate times a certain number of hours equals $900. There was no messing with the math. But over here, I am not selling my time. I am selling something other than my time with a strategy that doesn't take all of my time. And that's how crazy numbers start to become possible. When you're working a job and you're trading your life away for a paycheck, it is really hard to understand how 4-figure days are actually normal for some people. People who did not go to school for 12 years, people who did not work up a corporate ladder for 10 years. How is that possible? They're not selling their time. Put a 1 in the chat if we understand that, because that is the one thing holding your income back right now, is you are currently trading your time for a paycheck. And if your income is based on your time is a limited resource. Your time is a limited resource that automatically caps your income. And these jobs out here, they don't want to pay you more than $30 an hour. That limits your income even more. $1,000 days will not be possible for you. Unless you happen to be working 10-hour days making $100 an hour, which, is that a thing? Do people experience that? Is that a job anyone knows about somewhere? I legitimately don't know. But that's working 10 hours still. That is still you punching a clock and having no control over your time and your schedule and your life. That is still you having to ask your boss for freaking permission to go spend time with your own family, which is ludicrous when you really sit down and think about it. But when you learn to work for yourself, all of that goes away. Accounting offices, that's cool, Linda. That is cool. Still have to work 10 hours to make that happen, though. And you still have to ask permission to spend time with your family. So that part is all still true. But when you learn to work for yourself, you take control of your schedule. You work when it works for you. You work when it works for you. Are you an early bird? Start work at 5 o'clock in the morning. It's up to you. Who cares? Are you a night owl? Start work at 11 o'clock. Who cares? It is up to you. And if you're in control of your schedule, you're in control of your life, because your life is your life is a bunch of time, right? I shouldn't need to explain this. Your life is time, a series of moments. You cannot live your life if you are selling it off to a job for a paycheck that, once you realize what's actually possible out here, is actually really insulting. It's actually really insulting. Like, when $1,000 days become normal, and if you jump into this program, there are plenty of people who are doing that, and you look back at how you were trading your precious irreplaceable hours away for $30 an hour or less, you get a little sick to your stomach. Like, what was I doing? I am never doing that again. It would be like you, in whatever job you have right now, suddenly being asked to work for $1 an hour. Like, oh, hell no. No. Who can live off of that? Exactly. My point exactly. My point exactly. Your time is worth more. You know your time is worth more than $1 an hour. Here's what you don't know. Your time is worth more than $30 an hour. Your time is worth more than $100 an hour. Your time is precious and irreplaceable. Every hour of your life that goes by is an hour you're not getting back. You know this. So why would you trade it away for less than the cost of a pair of shoes? Why would you do that? Because you were told to. That's the honest answer. You were told to. Go get a job. Put in 40 hours a week. Work 40 years of your life for a company that is making so much more off of your efforts than you are. And make sure you put away your pennies so that maybe one day you can retire. That's what we were taught to do. Never trade hours for dollars. Don't do it. Exactly. Hi, Kinsey. How are you doing? Here's something that some part of you probably understands, but I'm going to say it out loud. Millionaires, those people who we know exist, who have more time and more money than they know what to do with, the reason they have more time and more money than they know what to do with is because they don't sell their time for money. They don't sell their time, so they have more of it. Their income's not based on their time, so it has no cap. Put a 2 in the chat if you understand the math I just laid out for you. That is how they became millionaires. They created income streams that weren't based on their time. The income streams are out there working for them all the time. and they have multiple income streams. You've probably heard that the average millionaire has 7 streams of income. Have you heard that? Well, when your income isn't based on your time, it's easy to have a ridiculous number of income streams, because I tell you what, those are not 7 full-time jobs. Those are not 7 full-time jobs where they're showing up and trading time for dollars. That's not a thing. It's just an income stream. And if it's an income stream that's not based on your time, that is a passive income stream. Now, I don't know what the official definition of passive income is, but here's my definition. If active income means that is an income strategy where you have to trade time for dollars and you have to work for every dollar that comes into your life, then I feel like naturally the natural opposite to that would be passive income, where your income is not based on your time. It's not that you're not working necessarily, although there are examples of literally completely passive income streams, but you built up to that. But you put in work that continues to work for you. You put in work that when you're done and you walk away, it's like a little assistant that's still out there making money for you. That's how this business works. That's how this business works. Repeat after me. The internet is my friend. The internet is my friend. The internet can set you free, because the internet, it's a big, giant, friendly robot out there always working. It is always on. The internet doesn't disappear because you turn off your phone. You basically learn how to take the internet and turn it into your employee, because your website lives on the internet. Your website lives on the internet. Social media lives on the internet. People go onto the internet and they can find your content on social media. They can go to your website on the internet, and your website can talk to hundreds of people at the same time without you being there. People can go to your website and decide, I want this thing, and buy from you without you having to be there. You put in work. You created the content. That's how people found you. But every piece of content that you post, it's out there working for you. I have people commenting on content that I created darn near a year ago at this point. Work that I did a year ago is still getting me in front of my potential customers. That is leveraging your time, not selling it. That's working like a millionaire, which leads to making money like a millionaire. Are you with me? Are you with me? Does the math? Does the logic track? That's what we teach you to do. It's not too good to be true. It's how millionaires are already making ridiculous amounts of money. We just learn how to tap into passive income strategies that you don't need to be a millionaire first in order to participate. The internet, digital products, online businesses you didn't have to build. You just learn how to work with existing businesses. That's what we're teaching you here. Does that sound like something worth learning? If I'm making sense, do you have a copy of your blueprint yet? The blueprint itself is free. It lays out the business model. It's linked at the top of my profile, the 2hourfreedomblueprint.com. Go get the full details and see if this is what you've been looking for. Because if you've been out here scrolling the internet looking for some way to make money in your spare time, I mean, an automated online business that you run 2 hours a day from your phone selling digital products to customers you didn't have to find fits the bill pretty darn well. What do you think? I don't know how it gets easier than that. I don't know how it gets easier than that. I really, really don't. Any questions? You guys have been very quiet. Hopefully you're just in awe. I'm not trying to be pushy over here. I'm just trying to make sure that we understand there's a reason why you're stuck. Whether you jump into Legacy Builder or not, the fundamental reality remains the same. The way you get unstuck is you find a way to stop selling your time. The internet is available to everybody. Anyone can learn how to make their own digital products. Anyone can learn how to create content to promote the digital products. Anyone can learn how to do this. They just have to be willing to get started and learn and try. Anyone. So let's see here. What can I talk about next? I've talked about active income, passive income. I've talked about how you get unstuck. I literally just said that. Let me go ahead. You're saying a lot of things that hit home. I'm in awe. Thank you, Albert. I think that literally makes me awesome. I'm humble. I'm so humble. Anyway, so what do you guys want me to talk about next? Do you guys want me to break down my 2-hour workday, how I run this business in 2 hours a day? Or do you want me to show you the actual system that works 24/7 behind the scenes and makes the sales for me? Do you want to see the system or do you want to hear about the 2-hour day? Let me know which. Which one, John? Which one? 2-hour day or the system? Albert says the system. John, which did you want? Insert Jeopardy music here. I don't know if I'm allowed to hum it. Stupid copyright stuff. Is John gonna answer? Is John typing? I don't know. Going once. 2-hour day. Okay, so now we need one more brave person to answer. We need a tiebreaker. We need one more brave person to answer. We need a tiebreaker. Are we talking about the 2-hour day or the system? What are in the 2-hour days? Please explain. Okay, so we have 2 votes for the 2-hour day. I will go over the 2-hour day and then I will show you the system, okay? So 2 hours a day, literally, it does not take more than 2 hours a day to run this business. People who you hear out here talking about how 2 hours a day isn't real, it irks me, but it irks me for this reason. They haven't figured it. Okay. If you don't think something is possible, are you actually going to try and do it? So if you hear about a 2-hour workday, but you think it's a bunch of fluff and you don't even bother trying to do it in 2 hours a day, is it going to happen in 2 hours a day, or are you going to drag out the process and suddenly it takes 4 hours when it could have taken 2? So they're out here talking and they're telling people 2 hours a day isn't real because they haven't experienced it themselves. Like, are you really going to be out here and declaring that your experience is the end-all be-all of what other people are capable of experiencing? I didn't get it done in 2 hours a day, therefore it's impossible. It doesn't bother me because my 2-hour day is real no matter what they think. But what bothers me is they are getting in the way of people who probably need that 2-hour day. It's just like, no, it's actually real if you actually believe it's real and you actually put in the work to make it real. So now that that's out of the way, because I have an online business working for me 24/7, I don't need to go looking for customers. That saves me time. Because they go to the website and they get all the information that they need to make an informed decision, I don't have to get on sales calls. I don't have to manually follow up with anybody. I don't ever have to ask anyone to buy from me. That also saves me time. So literally all I need to do is make content. That is how I get discovered. I almost said distracted because I'm reading John's comment. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. And so all I have to do is make content. Now, what kind of content you're going to make is going to depend on what strategy you choose to follow inside of the program. Fundamentally, we learn social media marketing. We have strategies for all the social media platforms. Pick whichever one works for you. I'm out here on TikTok where the strategy is short form video content. And if that's the strategy you choose to go with, that is 3 pieces of content a day. Now, it sounds like a lot. It's really not. It's really not. Because listen, when you're here, you're learning what message to say. Like, what is your message? What are you going to say in the content? What are you going to do to attract people to you and help people understand, I know what you're going through. I went through it myself. Here's how I solved it. How are you going to say that? When you've been here long enough and you've been practicing that message, you know what you're going to say. You know what you're going to say. And so if I'm going to make a 60-second video on a message that I know I'm going to talk about, what I'm going to say, I'm going to point the camera at my face. I'm going to talk at my phone for 60 seconds. I'm going to record myself while I do that. Boom! 60-second video. How long did that take me? 60 freaking seconds. Kind of hard to make content faster than that. What do you think? That's why I recommend talking videos, especially if you're in love with the idea of a 2-hour day. It's pretty hard to make content faster than that. If I slap editing on there and put some text on the screen, add some captions, like maybe it takes 10 minutes per piece of content that I create, and I'm making 3 of these a day. Math says that's 30 minutes. When I know what I'm saying and how to say it, experience equals speed. You know what you're doing at this point. So I spend 30 minutes creating 3 pieces of content, and then I turn around and I go live for about an hour. Now, a lot of people, they freak out over the idea of going live. Anyone here nervous about the possibility of having to go live? It is optional. It is 100% optional, but it is also 100% recommended, especially for beginners, which sounds a little backwards, but let me make a little bit more sense here. Because apparently I'm good at making sense. So when you're learning what your message is and you're figuring out how to connect with people and you're remembering how to be yourself, how to drop the mask and just talk, going live for an hour, that's an hour's straight worth of practice where you have a lot of live feedback from people who are in the chat with you. And you can say what you're trying to say. You can figure out how it is that you want to say it. How can you say it in a way that makes sense, not just for you, but for people listening to you? When you get a bunch of people responding in the chat to something, you can take note and be like, oh, that got a response. Write that down. We're going to turn that into content because that got people's attention. You can workshop your message live. That's a very beginner-friendly strategy. And for people who said that they're terrified about going live, let me demystify it for you. Because it's just good old-fashioned stage fright. That's all that it is. It's just good old-fashioned stage fright. And it's even the most... I've been doing this for 17 months. You're still not going to get me on the stage in front of a group of human beings where I can actually see their face. Because this is an entirely different animal. Like, I'm just sitting in my living room right now. I am alone. There is no one else here. I am talking at my phone right now, and I am the only one talking. And I know conceptually there are 34 people watching me right now, not to mention all you lurkers out there on the For You page. I know that you're there. I can see that there are at least 37 people watching me, but I can't see any of your beautiful faces. I see mine. I am talking at myself for an hour. I'm having an elaborate conversation with myself for an hour, and wouldn't you know it, this is my most lucrative income strategy. My most lucrative marketing strategy is just coming out here and talking to myself for an hour. Is that not wild? Do you think you could learn how to talk to your phone strategically for an hour? If it meant getting the bills paid, would you be willing to try? I highly recommend it. Once you do it 10 times, you're going to be like, what the heck was I even afraid of? What the heck? This is nothing. It's literally nothing. Anyway, so I spent 30 minutes creating content. I go live for about an hour. By the way, did I demystify and make it seem less scary for anybody? Did that help? Let me know if that helped. I go live for an hour. Going live is like a video on steroids. I am not limited to a 2-minute snippet trying to get my point across. I can lay the whole thing out. I can share what this is, how it works, why I love it, why it's finally working for me when nothing else did, and why we have such a high success rate. I can share all of that. And I can answer questions from people in the chat. Between creating content and going live, that is 90 minutes of my 2-hour day already. And they're the most important 90 minutes because that's how I get discovered by new people. That new people discover the content that I create. New people come across my live. For example, there are 30-something people on here right now. Who here is completely brand new to me? You've never seen my face. You've never seen my content. You've never been on my live. You didn't even know that I existed an hour ago. Who here is brand new to me? Put me in the chat. If that's you, then how did you get here? Amber's new. Amber's never seen me before. Albert's never seen me before. Cynthia, John, look at all these new people. How did you get here? Did I reach through the internet and tap you on the digital shoulder and say, hey, I'm going live to talk about how I work 2 hours a day from my phone and I never have to work a regular job ever again? Want to come see what I'm talking about? You know I didn't do that, so how did you get here? Remember what I said earlier about algorithms? If you were here when I was talking about that, TikTok knows what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how to make money online, how to start an online business as a beginner, how to work from your phone, from home, how to quit your job. TikTok knows that I'm talking about this. TikTok also knows what kind of content you have been watching. TikTok put the two together, basically played matchmaker. Nice to meet you. Are you following me yet? Because that is how that works. That's why I don't need to go looking for customers. Social media brings them to me. I just show up and man the shop like I do every day. The last 30 minutes of my day, it's basically admin work. I'm responding to emails. I'm responding to comments on my videos. I am plugging into training inside of the community because we get daily ongoing training inside of our community from our 7-figure mentor. The head mentor in the community drops a new 5-minute video every single day. And I haven't made 7 figures yet. The math is there. It's going to happen. But I haven't made 7 figures yet. So I clearly have more to learn from this millionaire, and I've got 5 minutes to plug into continuing education. If you don't have 5 minutes to plug into continuing education, be brutally honest with yourself. You're not serious about this. But that's it. That's my 2-hour day. Basically creating content, going live, responding to comments and emails, and plugging into training. That's my 2-hour day. Does that sound doable? Does that sound like something that you could find time for? Because you can split this up throughout the day. I do it all at once because I can and I want to. But if I had found this while I was still working my full-time job, I could have broken it up because I would have needed to break it up. I could have done 30 minutes in the morning before going to work. I could have done 30 minutes on my lunch break. I could have done 30 minutes when I got home from work, and then just make sure that the income earning activities were done before I went to bed. Because it's not about the time. It's about the income earning activities that lead to sales. If you manage to get these activities done in less than 2 hours, then congratulations, you're working less than 2 hours. But it's about the income earning activities. Okay? We've got people who are in our program. They are doing this on their lunch break. They are creating content in their car. You've seen people making content in their car. They're doing this in the pockets of time they have throughout the day, before and after work. They're doing it while waiting in the school drop-off and pickup line. They're getting it in. They're getting it done. And considering that my best-selling product, MMA, what is MMA? I don't know what MMA is. I mean, mixed martial arts, but I don't know what that has to do with this. I don't know what that has to do with this. Where was I? So, and considering the best-selling money-making activities, there you go. Yes, that has everything to do with this. That has everything to do with this. So, thanks for clarifying that. Hi, Grammy Patty. I saw you sneak in here. I said it first. So, and our best-selling product is the $900 product. Now, tell me, creating content might seem scary. Going live might seem scary. Learning and practicing these high-income skills might seem scary, but listen, it's a high-income skill. Would you be willing to show up and practice if it meant that any given day that you showed up and put in the work was a day that $900 could come into your life? And when you get really good at this, and it's a when you get really good at this, because we don't quit around here. Success is inevitable. Progress is inevitable. Every time you show up and practice, you are going to get a little bit better. When you are consistently getting sales at $900, it adds up in a hurry. I mean, 4 sales a month at $900 is already $3,600 that you pulled in your spare time. But what if it turns into 4 sales a week? That's $3,600 a week. That is over $12,000 a month. Would that do something for you and your family situation? What would that do? How would things change if you put yourself on the trajectory for that to be your life? Because that, again, is just math. 4 times 900 is 3,600. That's math. You keep 100%. Okay, that's math. How quickly it comes in becomes the question. And that's going to be based entirely on how well you do with your content. The better your content, the better you do at attracting people and helping them understand, I know what you're dealing with. I know what you're trying to do. I have something that can help. The better you do at that message, the more potential customers you get to your website. The more people you get to your website, the more sales you're going to make. It becomes a numbers game. That's just the reality of business in general. You learn how to tap into that and how to start leveraging it. Are you with me? Do we get it? So speaking of website, I said I was going to talk about this after the 2-hour day. So John, if you're still here, no, was John talking about the 2-hour day? No, it was the other guy. Are you still here? Let's talk about the system. Let's talk about the system. Okay, so I create content. Every piece of content I create is out there working for me. People come across my content, whether it's today's content or yesterday's content or the day before that or the week before that or the year before that. Like, seriously, it's out there and discoverable by people. If they decide they want more information, maybe they ask for it. Hi, John, glad you're still here. But you asked for the 2-hour day. I think it was the other guy. I can't remember his name right now. Starts with an A, maybe? Anyway, so maybe they ask for information, but maybe they click on over to my channel, and what are they going to find on my channel? Albert, that's who it was. Yeah, I'm going to talk about the system next. And they see all of my content. They find a bank of my content I've already made. But they can watch the content and binge it to their heart's content. And then even they might ask for information, but it's 2025. And I think most people are savvy to the fact that social media platforms have links for people to visit. Maybe there's a link somewhere and I don't actually have to ask for information. Because a lot of people, they just really don't like to put themselves out there, even to ask for stuff. So they find the website, they go through the information, and they get the behind the scenes video, they get the testimonials, the full breakdown, and they see the 4 different business kits. Well, 1 to 4, depending on what level you're at. And they get to decide, do I want this thing? If they decide, yes, I want this thing, then they can just go ahead and buy. And I wasn't there for any of it. I just made the content. Do we get that? Here's the system that people go through. Here is the system that people go through. So they go to my website. They're going to see a page that looks like this. All right. The secret to making $900 a day with a 2-hour-a-day work schedule. Yes, I want to learn how to do that. They put their email in this box and they click Get My Blueprint Now. That's going to land them on this page right here. This page, scroll back up, please, is going to have a video that breaks down how it's possible to have daily sales from your phone working 2 hours a day. That is right there inside of that video. And there are a bunch of screenshots from other people getting results with this program that they can read through and marvel at, because honestly, these screenshots are pretty amazing. After they watch the video, they can click on this big fat juicy button. Yes, I'm ready to break free from the 9-to-5 grind. They click that and they land on my website. Now, this is the website that came with the program. I didn't have to build this. I mean, the system that you just saw, I didn't have to build that either. But everything is a one-click install. This website right here, all I had to do to get it up and running was plug in my name, a picture of me, a short little bio, and anywhere that there's a link for people to buy from me, I just plug in the link so they can actually do that. That's all that I had to do. The system, the rest of it's already built. And so they can go through, they can read about me and my story, watch some they can watch video testimonials, read about how all of this works, figure out if this sounds like something that is going to help them, read through some more testimonials, including me. I'm on the website. I made it into the template. I am so proud. Anyway, that's just a little aside. They can read all of this information, and that includes, scroll down here, the 4 different levels of the program, everything that we learn. So they learn about the launch kit, our 2-hour workday, how to go from launch to profit in 7 days, how to take the online business and automate it for time freedom, because we are not about that hustle culture. Death to hustle culture. We don't want you to have to work 8, 10, 12, 14 hours a day just to support yourself and just to live. We show you how to run this in 2 hours a day. And a big part of that is the fact that the business is automated. So we show you how to do that. We show you how to start creating your empire, the 7-step framework for success, how to set goals, track your progress, what to do when you get a new customer, and your money mindset. How to think thoughts that actually help you and not sabotage you, because that is so important. We show you how to set up your social media account. Pick one. Do not try to do all 4 all at once. You're brand new. That is a recipe for overwhelm. Pick one. A lot of people go to TikTok, but you can learn how to make short form content on all the rest of these too. There's a copy and paste free ads method that we talk about, which is actually interesting for growing a YouTube account passively in the background. Our mentor discovered that by accident, and that's actually pretty nifty. You learn how to grow a following on social media. I got this account to 1,000 followers in less than 2 weeks, even as an introverted beginner who was never on TikTok before. That is the power of learning from people who've already been where you want to go. And how to set up your System.io account so you can take advantage of our done-for-you tech tools and resources. That's the launch pad. That's how you launch your business. You can't make money with a business you haven't launched. That's how you get up and running and start to get sales in stage 2, which is the $300 level of the program. This is where you learn how to really master your message. And marketing is messaging. Marketing is communication. Marketing is what you say and how you say it. We're going to master that in stage 2. You're going to learn who your ideal customer is so that you know who you're talking to. If you try to talk to everybody, you're talking to nobody. Some random person talking on a stage, talking to everybody, you're ignoring them. The instant they say your name, you pay attention. We show you how to figure out who your perfect customer is. And then we show you how to master storytelling so you can build that connection faster. No one comes out to social media to get sold to. but people love a good story. So we show you how to connect through storytelling so that you can build that know, like, and trust factor faster. And we show you how to build a strong brand identity so people know why they're buying from you and not somebody else. And we show you the discovery method, which is part of attraction marketing, how you get people coming to you without you needing to go and look for them, okay? That's what we teach in stage 2. Then we move into digital mastery, stage 3. This is the $600 level of the program, and this is where things start to get very exciting because the second stage you saw is called the passive daily pay blueprint. Daily pay because the goal is to get you to daily sales here. Once you get to daily sales, and that is a prerequisite here, once you get to daily sales in stage 2, you have the skill set to hit 6 figures in 6 months, which is pretty amazing. You can learn how to do that. We show you how to do that in stage 3. And we also show you how to start building recurring income streams. What in the world is a recurring income stream? MRR, monthly recurring revenue. We show you how to set up income streams that once you get them up and running and they're producing an income for you, it's gonna keep showing up without you looking for more customers. That is actually a thing. I know it sounds like magic, but seriously, millionaires already know about this. We show you how to do that in stage 3, as well as becoming an affiliate for other marketing and services. Like, I don't remember her name. She was asking about affiliate marketing earlier. We do teach and we do actually participate in affiliate marketing, but we don't spend time on it. We spend our precious, irreplaceable time promoting products that we get to keep 100% of the profit on, because like if I'm going to put my time into it, I want to keep every cent of every sale. But we do also do affiliate marketing. We just promote it through an email list. Every successful business, online or offline, is building an email list and monetizing it. We show you how to do that here. And that's how we promote these other things. We create emails that we only have to write once. We put them into an automated sequence that people go through automatically, and people get exposed to these offers and we didn't have to spend time promoting it. Do we get that? That is what we teach in stage 3. And this is what you do in order to add unlimited income streams to your online business. This is how you start to build beyond Legacy Builder itself into building a business that is truly yours and truly free from ever having to worry about losing your income ever again. That's what we learn in stage 3. And then we have stage 4. This is the Legacy Builder level of the program, the $900 level of the program. This is where we teach you how to graduate if you want. We're not going to twist your arm or force you to do anything here. If you want to build your own business, we're going to show you how to do that here. How to create your own product, your own program, your own course, your own community, your own income streams that you created that no one can take away from you. Okay? If stage 3 is where you learn how to build to 6 figures, then level 4 is where you learn to build to 7 figures, okay? But if you don't want to create your own business, if you want to just stay here and treat it like a digital franchise for the rest of forever, that is also an option. You get to choose. Your resale rights don't expire. You can just stay here and keep reselling the program to your heart's content. You have options, and goodness gracious, in this day and age, wouldn't it be nice to just have options on what you do, right? And that's what we learn. So on top of that, they also see all the bonuses that we get, and they get to decide, what do I want to do? Do I want to get started at one of these levels? Which business kit do I want? There are 4 different business kits, the 100, 300, 600, and 900, with installment plans at every level. Okay? Most people jump straight into the 900. Because it makes sense. Because it makes sense. If you're going to plug into a business that already exists, if you're going to show up and put in 2 hours a day, no matter what, and you have a choice between making 100 a sale max or making 900 a sale for the same amount of effort, if you can get into the 900, it just makes sense. And that's why when I make a sale in my business, there is a 75% chance that that sale is going to come in at the 900. The other 3 are basically tied for second. They're basically equal. But anyway, they decide where they want to get in. If they want the 900, they can jump in here. If they want one of the other 3 levels, they can jump in there. I'm going to make that look a little bit better. And every single level has installment plans. Every single one, which means there's an entry level for every budget. So they either jump in or they don't. Now, people who decide, yes, I want this and I'm ready, let's freaking go, they can go ahead and they can click this big fat juicy button and they can go ahead and sign up. I don't have to be there for the sale to happen. Maybe they don't get started right away, but they're interested, right? Maybe they don't buy right away. Most people don't buy right away. Now, I can see when people enter the system and I can see when they buy. It's always very exciting when people jump in and get started in 5 minutes. Yes, that's happened. That clearly means they didn't watch the video. They didn't read the website. They didn't do anything. They were just ready to go like right now. And I love it when that happens. That's always super exciting. But that's not everybody. That's not even most people. So what happens to the people who don't get started right away? Well, they start to receive the automated follow-up that we give you with the program. Okay, they start to receive an automated email campaign. By the way, the emojis are mine. The emojis are mine. I added those for a pop of my own flavor, but we give you the emails. Every day they start to receive an automated email sequence that keeps you top of mind. That's why we send it out. Because maybe they didn't follow you on social media. If they didn't follow you and they don't know how to find you again and they didn't buy right away, they lost you. Maybe they lost your website. Maybe they very interested, but they can't find you again. If you are sending out regular emails to remind them, hey, here's that business in a box that can help you make $900 sales. Here's how you work 2 hours a day and replace your full-time income. Here's how you quit your job, blah, blah, blah. All these emails, they're going to remind them, oh, it's that thing. I need to look into that thing. I need to learn more about that thing. I need to get the money for that thing, blah, 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 right? And each one of these each one of these emails has a link where they can go ahead and go back to the website and they can buy from you. All of this happens automatically in the background. You don't have to be there for any of it. You don't have to slide into DMs. You don't have to go, tap people on the digital shoulder and go, hey, did you watch the video? Hey, what do you think? Hey, do you have questions? We don't do any of that. All of that is automated. All of that is automated. We just make the content. If you've been on this live for about 30 minutes, are we clear? If you just hopped on, you might be confused, and that's totally fine because you just hopped on. Full details on what I've been talking about here are linked at the top of my profile. The blueprint, you can grab a copy of the blueprint itself, the business model that we follow, the 2-hour workflow. See if this is what you've been looking for, because that is literally the system that I got with this program that helped me pull in $74,000 in my first 12 months, working less than I ever have in my life. And I am determined to help as many people as possible learn and master the same skill set. Because it's freaking 2025. We have digital everything else. We do everything else from our phone. We live life basically on the internet. Doesn't it just make sense as a natural form of progression that we would have a digital income? Everyone should have some kind of digital income in 2025 or they are going to be left behind. In 5 years, this is going to be normal. This is going to be normal. Not necessarily legacy builder, but the idea of selling digital products through free content on social media is going to be normal. The question is, are you going to get started now and be a leader, or are you going to wait until it trickles down to the people in your actual life? Because this is the next side hustle. It just makes sense. If you have to figure out how you're going to spend 2 hours of your life to bring in extra income, and you have a choice between driving Uber or doing Instacart and maybe pulling in $50 for 2 hours worth of work, or you can make content for 2 hours and possibly bring in 900, what are you gonna do? With your precious irreplaceable time, what is logical? What is logical? Do you have this in Spanish? Not yet, Albert. We get that question a lot. We can't do this in Spanish until we get a Spanish coach, because we could pay to outsource the translation of this into Spanish, but the power of this program is all the live help. If we don't have a Spanish coach, they'd be missing out. And so we don't want to do that. Fortunately, English is one of the most spoken languages in the world. So most people are able to read and comprehend and speak in Spanish to some extent, at least to learn. So as long as they can read and speak and communicate in English enough to participate in the program and participate in the live training calls, then most people are going to be able to benefit from this anyway. I'm fluent. That's awesome, Albert. That's fabulous. Once we're able to get a Spanish-speaking coach that is like committed to helping people and not just here for a season, because like this is a training program. So not everyone sticks around forever. Some people treat it like a digital franchise, learn the skills, and then they move on. And that's fine, because that's what we're here to do. Training programs have a revolving door of students, right? So if if we can find a coach that goes through the program and is just like, I'm here, I want to help, then we can officially offer it in Spanish. But until that happens, we can't. Train me. Hey, link in bio. Link in bio, Albert. How do I start? Same answer, Michael. Thanks for the follow, Annie. Guys, are you following me yet? Hit that follow button so that we can keep in touch if all of this is making sense to you. Because seriously, I want to help as many people as possible leave the 9-to-5 behind. Do you want to be one of those people? Do you want to clock out of your job for the last time and know that it's because you took control of your income and you took control of your life? You can learn how to make money living the life you actually want to live. Work-life balance should be mandatory. I don't understand how it's not. We treat it like it's optional. It's just like, well, it would be nice if I had some time to actually enjoy my life, but hey, I need to eat. It's like, while that is understandable, the fact that the current economic situation means that you need to literally work your life away just to survive means that something's wrong. Because you have one life to live, you need to be able to live it now. That means having an income stream that allows you to make an income while doing the things you want to do, not a one or the other situation. That's what we're going to teach you. Like, seriously, we are not about that hustle culture. You're not going to find anyone in this program, not me, not anybody else, telling you, oh, you just need to work harder. You just need to work longer. You just need to keep hustling, keep grinding. It's just like, no. The internet eliminated a lot of that for us. The internet, the fact that the internet is out there and on working 24/7 and we can leverage automations to do a bunch of the repetitive stuff for us, that eliminated a lot of that for us. We just have to get really good at connecting with people because we don't actually sell here. We have stuff for people to buy from us, but we don't sell. We don't twist arms. We don't pressure. We don't pursue. We don't overcome objections. We just say, I know what you're dealing with. I was dealing with it too. Here's what I found that fixed it. Would you like to learn more? If they want to learn more, if they want to take us up on that invitation, they go to the website. Website does the selling. Whew. Honestly, anyone can learn how to do this. Every single thing is a learned skill. Everything. The very fact that you are using a phone right now is a learned skill. You weren't born knowing how to do that, especially if you have a number of decades under your belt. You were born in an era where cell phones weren't a thing. The internet wasn't a thing. All of this is something that you learned because everything is a skill. You can learn how to do this. It's just another skill to learn. And quite frankly, it leverages a number of things that you're already doing. You're already on social media. You already talk to other people. You already probably recommend things that you love to people. Don't you do that? When you find something that you absolutely thoroughly enjoy, don't you trip over yourself to tell other people already? You're already doing all of that. We show you how to take that and turn it into income because that's fundamentally what we're doing. That's the content that we're creating. That's how we get in front of real human beings on social media. And people crave that authenticity. You don't have to pretend to be anybody. Like all this enthusiasm and confidence that you see floating around over here, this is 17 months worth of experience. Don't get it twisted. I am an introvert. I am in fact an introvert. Yes, I am an introvert. No one believes me. It's because most people don't understand what an introvert actually is. But I am an introvert. My lives did not look or feel or sound like this when I first got started. I most definitely tripped all over myself for the first month or so when I was figuring out what the heck I was going to talk about. This is experience. The confidence to get started, that's an illusion. Don't wait for the confidence because the confidence comes after you get experience. You put in the practice gains experience. Experience leads to confidence. The confidence does not come first. Don't wait for the confidence. Go generate it. Is that the word I want? Go grow the confidence by putting in the practice. You need the experience. That's where the confidence comes from. You have to be willing to take that first step though. You got to be willing to put yourself out there and start putting in the repetitions. As with any skill, you're going to be awkward at first. Embrace it, love it, you're on your way. Remember the first time you tried writing with a pen? Or a pencil? Or a crayon? You know how that looked almost nothing like an actual letter? It's awkward at first. It's okay. You can't get good if you don't get started. That should be a quote. I should write that down. Nicholas isn't here to hear that. Oh well, you can't get good if you don't get started. Getting started is the prerequisite to any kind of success. You are not alone here. You are not alone. You've got a done-for-you business in a box that is already taking you 95% of the way to the finish line. You just have to learn the little bit about creating content and getting customers. That is the one thing that you need to master in order for the money to start. Okay, the faster you master that, the sooner the sales start. And then you have all this live support. You get me, you get everybody inside of our community, all the 6 and 7 figure earners who host training calls and answer questions live. You get all of that. 5%. That 5%. Here are the 5 things that you need to do. You need to get started. You need to get started and learn the strategy because none of this research that you're doing is going to do you any good unless you get started with something. That's fundamentally true, whether you jump in here or not. You got to get started with something. So get started, learn the strategy, start practicing, okay? Step number 2, commit, okay? What we do here fundamentally is not difficult. I'm talking at my phone for about an hour. That is ridiculous. That's what I'm doing right now. Fundamentally, it's not hard, but you do have to learn, which means committing to the practice. And like, if you treat this like a hobby, you're going to get hobby results. Now, true, randomly getting $900 here and there because you followed the strategy is still going to be helpful. Like 1 or 2 sales at $900 a month is probably still going to be very helpful with the bills. But if you show up and treat this like it can change your life, then it'll change your life. So what kind of results do you want? If you want life-changing results, commit to the process and be consistent. We need momentum here. We need momentum to get this business off the ground. The same way that you get a plane in the air, a super freaking heavy multi-ton piece of equipment somehow manages to fly when you go far enough and fast enough. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. You need the momentum. You need the momentum, you need the consistency. And you know what? You show up every day to that job that you already have years of experience knowing it's not going to help you get the financial outcome that you want, but you still show up anyway, even on days you don't want to. Can you show up for yourself, for a business that can set you free? Can you be consistent and show up for yourself? That's number 3. Number 4, community. Everything in this community is here to help you. All the live training calls, all the training call replays, all the community members that you can create a post and have a conversation with and ask questions and get support and encouragement and ideas and bounce ideas off of each other. Like, the community element here is everything. We're here to help you, but we cannot help you if you are not here, and no one's going to force you to be here. So that's on you. Okay? Community. So we have coachable, get started and learn the process. Coachable, committed, consistent, community, and be patient. If you happen to be someone who completed a 4-year college degree for a degree in something that never even suggested that 6-figure years were even going to be possible for you, there is literally no reason, 0 excuses for you to get impatient here. You're surrounded by people who have unlocked the life you want to be living. These people want to teach you how to do the same thing. You just have to learn the strategy, show up and practice, and not freaking quit until you figure it out. And I promise you, there aren't very many promises that I can make as far as results go, but I promise you, it's not going to take you 4 years. It's not going to take you 4 years to master this. Are you willing to learn? Even if, now most people start to see results in 4 weeks. Most. I got my first sale day 1 of week 3. Some people get it in the first week. Some people, it takes them a couple of months. This is where not quitting comes in. It's a proven process. As long as you're showing up and practicing with an eye on how do I get this better, because it's all in the message, then it's going to happen. Even if it took you, hi Umesh, how are you doing? Even if it took you 12 months to actually figure this out, 12 months to learn how to get the bills paid working 2 hours a day from your phone, is that worth it? Because no college is going to teach you how to do that. They teach you how to be employees where you have to put in 10-hour days to barely support yourself. That's what a college degree is teaching people. This costs less than one college course. You get perpetual access to it, so it's not like we kick you out in 3 months. And you have all these people that are trying to help you. And it costs less than your cell phone. Someone's asking about costs and how to get started. Full details are linked at the top of the profile. So when you click on through to my channel, in my bio, there's a website, the 2hourfreedomblueprint.com. Put your email in that website. I'm going to send you the blueprint. The blueprint itself is free. It talks about the business model that we follow and how we work 2 hours a day. If you decide, yes, I want to learn how to do this, because if it's a real legit strategy, why the hell wouldn't I? Then there are 4 different business kits. Pick the business kit that works for you. There, we have a 100, a 300, a 600, and a 900. These are dollars, by the way. 100, 300, 600, and 900. Mesh, are you, send me a message. Send me a message. I don't know if you bought from me, but send me a message because you're missing something. You are missing something because successful sales, when it comes to marketing, success in business comes with 3 things, literally 3 things. You need a valuable product that solves a problem. Bonus points if it's in demand, because that's what businesses do. Businesses solve problems. I'm heading out. I'm in, and I've really enjoyed this. Thank you, and have a wonderful weekend. Yes, Albert, I cannot wait to welcome you to the Legacy Builder family. I look forward to seeing you. So you need a valuable product that solves a problem and is in demand, because every business exists to solve a problem. Every single one solves a problem. It might not be a life-changing problem. Like, we're here to help people, change their lives and make money and break free from the 9-to-5 grind. But hey, paint stores are a thing. They help you take a white wall and turn it green. It's not exactly a life-changing problem, but they help you get to a desired outcome, don't you? Every business is the same way. Now, we take care of that part for you. We give you the business to resell in order to practice, okay? So we take care of that part for you. So the second thing is you need the right message. What are you saying to attract people to this thing you're trying to sell them? This thing that solves a problem. What are you saying? How do you get their attention? How do you get them interested? How do you get them to open their wallets? The message is everything, okay? And then the right audience. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Because you might have the right message. If it's going to the wrong people, it's not going to matter. You might have the most amazing vegan meal plan that ever existed. If your content is going to carnivores, it's not going to do a darn bit of good. Those carnivores don't want your vegan meal plan, even if it is the most amazing message on the planet. Do we get that? If you're not getting sales, and Umesh, this is partly going for you. If you're not getting sales, we've taken care of the product part for you. It's either the message or the audience. You either haven't gotten the right message yet, or your message is going to the wrong people, or both, and then you're really not making sales. When you get those 2 things, that's just marketing math, and sales happen. It just does. Because when you get the right message in front of someone who has the problem that your product solves, and you help them understand, this will help me get my desired outcome, there is no reason not to buy this thing, then they're going to either buy it or find a way to afford it. Sales will happen. That's marketing and business in general, and what we specifically teach in this program. Okay? We're going to teach you how to be self-sufficient, how to work for yourself so that you don't have to rely on a job ever again. It's 2025, and that's just terrifying. Anyway, layoff culture is real. Everyone on this live either knows somebody who got laid off through no fault of their own, or you are that person who got laid off through no fault of your own. Everybody knows at least one person. For me, it's my brother. Companies downsizing, companies restructuring, Companies that just don't need your position anymore. Job security is an illusion. It's not real. It's a myth. Layoff culture is real. Real income security comes from creating your own income that no one can take away from you. That is another fundamental truth that will be true whether you're in the program or not. Probably it's the message. I'm speaking to stay-at-home moms. There are plenty of people there. It might be worth tweaking the audience. It might be worth tweaking the message. I mean, have you brought this up to a training call, Omesh? Let's see here. Is the program one needs to buy in order to start creating good money? I'm talking about a business model, and what Legacy Builder specifically offers are a number of live interactive training programs and business kits. That right there does require a one-time investment that costs less than your cell phone. Most likely. Most people, 900 and less. Okay. We've got 4 different options, 900 and less with installment plans. You can get in for less than the cost of like 1 or 2 nights worth of takeout a month, which is crazy. Like literally there is an entry level for every budget for anyone who's really serious about this. I'm in. What's next? Awesome. Never know. Awesome name. So link in my profile, the2hourfreedomblueprint.com. Put your email in there. Is this Embrace the Space? It is not. This is Legacy Builder. I've heard of Embrace the Space. I literally know nothing about what makes that different. What I know is that I've been out here in TikTok land promoting this for 17 months. And of all the different programs that I've seen talking about making money online, this is still the only business in a box that I know about. And it's the only one that gives you 4 products to promote, that you can keep 100% of every sale and make as much as 900 a sale. And as far as I know, we are still the only ones talking about the 2-hour workday. As far as I know. If anyone knows otherwise, let me know. But that is what makes us different based on everything that I have seen. So it is 2:30 and I need to go because I technically should have been off of here 30 minutes ago. But you guys have been amazing, which is why I stuck around. I'm going to go and hang out with my brother. We watch anime over the weekend. So if you haven't grabbed a copy of the blueprint, go do that because the blueprint itself is free. You can learn about the business model. You can maybe even take the information and go learn for free on YouTube. I don't recommend that because full disclosure, that will take you months, maybe years. Stepping into a done-for-you business that's already proven to work, that's already proven to work is going to drastically increase your chances of success. I'm just being honest with you. Okay? That's why people pay money for stuff, to have things done for them. For help and to have things done for them. That's what money is for. So go check it out. Check out the business kits. Let me know if you have any questions. You get access to me and my mentor and my community. You get so many resources. It's just whether or not you decide to jump in and take a chance on this. I believe your dream life is worth fighting for. It takes a brave step, one brave step to get started. And then another, and then another, and then another, one brave foot after the other. Online business is real, digital marketing is real, selling digital products is real, all of this is real. It's whether or not you can learn the skill that makes the money. And that is what we are specifically teaching you here. And that is a transferable skill that you can take and use to launch any business that your heart desires. Oh, and we'll teach you how to do that too. Your dream life, you're meant to have it. That burning desire that you have in your chest, that life that you want to have, you want it because it's meant for you. The word desire means of the Father. Your desires are God-given. You are meant to chase them. You are meant to have them. But no one's going to force you to go after them. It's going to be up to you. So I'd love to help. If you want my help, head to the link in my profile. I would love to show you how I've gotten my life back and how I never have to work a 9-to-5 job ever again, but it's going to be up to you. You deserve to thrive, and I would love to help. I will see you on my next live tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern. That's when I go live. If you want TikTok to tell you the next time I go live, when you're on my channel, hit the little bell that's in the corner, and TikTok will tell you when I go live. You can go grab the blueprint, watch the video, read the website, come back, let me know what your questions are. Because if this is what you've been looking for, it's up to you to take the next step. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.